We're honored to have with us Raphael Nagel, the chairman and founder of the Abrahamic Business Circle, who's with us today at the Khaleej Times Jerusalem Post conference. Raphael, it's great to have you. And I wanted to start with what prompted you to found and initiate this business circle, the Abrahamic Business Circle? Where did the idea come from?
I'm living in Dubai since 2017. I'm coming to Dubai since 2001. Being a German Jew, it was always amazing being here. And the idea from the Abrahamic Business Circle came mainly because, thanks to the great vision what the UAE had already many years ago, of 2017, they started with the idea of the Abrahamic House. We followed their idea with the Abrahamic Business Circle, and we believed that we want to create a global business platform for business people all over the world, independent of religion and other backgrounds.
And Israel fits into this now with the Abraham Accords. In what way exactly?
Absolutely. The main issue why we have started the Abrahamic Business Circle was thanks to the Abraham Accord, when we signed the peace agreement with the UAE and the other countries. So it was the starting point for our great idea, what we already had many years ago.
And it's to bring businesses together, right? So it's to...
Our unique aim is to create, we believe in economic diplomacy. In other words, we really believe very strongly that we can create bridges and build bridges if we are able to make business together. That's our main aim. Right. We believe in the idea of building very soon strong business relationships between Israel, the UAE, and the rest of the world.
Now, you've been in Dubai for a number of years, as you mentioned. You've been quite successful when it comes to your own business. But if you could give us maybe just map out, what are, if I'm an Israeli businessman and I'm thinking about going into business in the UAE, what are the tips? What are the areas of collaboration that you see as maybe the most promising for Israeli companies?
To be really honest, the UAE is an amazing business platform. It's a global hub. We see the UAE not only for the market of the UAE, we see it as the trading point for all the GCC area, but also mainly for the rest of the Middle East. The main places where I think you should invest, where you should come over, is agriculture, cybersecurity, healthcare, but also investment. There are huge investment opportunities here in Dubai, but also in the other Emirates like Abu Dhabi, Fujairah, Russia, Cayman, and so on.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned, as being a German Jew and living in Dubai for a number of years, what's that been like? I think that for many Israelis, the Abraham Accords kind of opened up the UAE and showcased really a tolerant country and a government that recognizes and respects Jews. But for many years, Israelis didn't necessarily know that to be the case, but you've been there a long time. What's that been like?
It has been always amazing. The UAE always have been very respectful with all the different religions, and I never had any issue about being a Jew here in this country. It's really unbelievable. As long as you don't interfere in other people's beliefs and things, you will find any problem here at all. Mm-hmm.
When shifting back to the business, trade today is just kind of picking up. Do you have an expectation of to what levels this might reach eventually?
Of course, absolutely. For example, just before this interview, I had a phone call with a very dear friend from Fujairah, and we can see already big agricultural projects in the Northern Emirates that are starting. We can see Israeli water technology, Israeli greenhouse technology getting here placed. We can see common projects guaranteeing for both of the countries food security. So we really can see that trade will pick up very, very soon. I think in a medium term, we should have a trade volume of around about $5 billion per year easily. $5 billion.
Wow. And right now it's, just maybe a couple hundred million. So that would be a huge boost.
It will happen.
Excuse me?
It will happen. I'm very sure about it. I can see it. We can smell it. We can see that so many things going on. It needs a little bit of settlement. And of course, we need a little bit to get over COVID and these travel restrictions. But as soon as you see that we can open here the companies, we can move, you will see that the volume will be absolutely amazing for this year.
And the sentiment that you're getting from your friends and fellow business colleagues in Dubai, in the Emirates, of Israel? Is it with hesitancy? Is it apprehension? Or is it they looking at this and really embracing the opportunity?
No, they see it as a big opportunity for all of us. I just had lunch this afternoon together with a few friends. One was from Switzerland, the other was a local guy. And we all three considered that it's a big opportunity for all of us to create a global business platform here in the UAE. And it's so amazing to have the Israeli colleagues here. They're everywhere. We can see them. We get totally new input. We get new technology to the place. So I really believe it's a big added value for all of us.
Israelis are everywhere, and you can't only see them, you can probably also hear them. But you know, you had mentioned to me that in the Abrahamic Business Circle, you have members from all over the region, right? This isn't just UAE-Israel, right? Could you elaborate a bit from what other countries people are coming to?
We have, funnily enough, we already have members even from countries like Pakistan or Sudan. Sudan, okay, it's still understandable, but you have to think that here in the UAE, we have round about 24% of our population are Indians, round about 14-15% are Pakistani. And in the Abrahamic Business Circle, we already have members from Pakistan, Sudan, Morocco, Algeria, even South America. We have different members already. And what we are really trying with the Abrahamic Business Circle is to create a global business network of contacts where we all can exchange our ideas, our network, and without any religious or other backgrounds.
And you know, when I was in Dubai just a few weeks ago for my first visit, it really felt to me that, yes, government to governments make peace, but it's about the people who fill that peace with true substance. And it seems that that's what you're trying to do ultimately, right? That's the vision here.
We believe in this economic diplomacy, as I mentioned. We really believe that if we both have a business together, we have common economic interest, if we have a daily contact, thanks to our business, with time we also will build up a very strong friendship and relationship. And we believe that this friendship and relationship will be the solid base for this amazing peace agreement.
So before I let you go, Raphael, just give me 2 quick tips that you would tell Israeli businessmen before coming to the UAE. What do they got to do? What do they have to keep in mind to do business the best way possible?
Be as transparent as possible. Be very straightforward. Have very clear ideas what you want to do in the country. And mainly, enjoy the country. It's an amazing place to come over and to do business. Unbelievable. You will like it.
Okay. Well, Raphael Nagel, the chairman and founder of the Abrahamic Business Circle, it's been a pleasure having you with us today. Thank you very much.